to stop that, stop what's happening to the children? Nothing, they do nothing, they just sit on the side and comment. No, but tariqas, they have a haqqaiq and a reality that no, enter into that field. Start making nasheeds, start putting praisings, go after their ears, go after their hearts, go after their minds with the goodness and the kindness and the loving example. Not only about Allah, because Allah doesn't need it, but what Allah wants from us is make sure they love Muhammadun Rasulullah. That's where people are wrong. Allah doesn't need anyone to guide to Allah. Allah wants from Islam is to guide people to Muhammadun Rasulullah. They change all the teachings. Listen to them when they go to the park and they say, oh munafiq is one who came against Allah. Who's telling the real reality? No, the munafiq is not the one who came against Allah. The munafiq is the one who came against Muhammadun Rasulullah. Allah doesn't need anyone to believe in Him. He wants these nations and creation believe in Muhammadun Rasulullah. Why? Because there must be a door to that reality. When you come through the correct door, every heart and every home has a door. When you come through that door, only Muhammadun Rasulullah will perfect you. Why? Dress you, give you good character, give you good manners and present you to Allah. Why Allah wants gorillas jumping through the window to come to His presence? Right? Isn't that how we teach and we're giving examples? You know, why Allah doesn't want gorillas? He said, no, animals they burn them, put them in punishment. What Allah wants and expects from creation is go to the door of my beloved. This is why I have created His reality. As soon as you go to the door of the beloved, now is guarded by the people of ulul albab, which Allah mentions, they are people of the door. So why Allah's mentioning the people of a door? Then they mistranslate the door again to manipulate and deceive people with the Qur'an. Who are the category of ulul albab? Who are the men of the door? They must be standing at a door, there must be a door, and behind that door is the presence of Muhammadun Rasulullah, the city of Muhammadun Rasulullah, in which you enter and begin to wash you, begin to cleanse you, begin to tarbiyah and train you with beatific heavenly characters. So that your fragrance and beatific Muhammadiyun at that time Prophet changes your light, changes your vibration and begins to present you to the Divinely Presence. But people think this like a crazy bazaar, they come from every direction and they're just going to run with all their wildness and dirtiness into the Divinely Presence. But that's not how it works. And that's why the kalima tawheed is a line, it's not a bar. It's La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah is from heavens and this rope comes down to creation through Muhammadun Rasulullah, means you have to climb up, you have to enter in to the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah and climb up to the reality. Alhamdulillah. Anyone who has that belief, the shaykhs who understand that reality, then of course then every understanding of Qur'an is going to be something different that they're going to teach to people, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum ya Mawlana Shaykh.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, may I ask if there is any concern regarding jazz and the sound of the trumpet? Does the sound of the trumpet bear a resemblance to that of Qiyamah?
Yeah, the trumpet and the blowing of the horn and the sound has to be something that has a softness. Remember that we teach from the reality of sound. The beat that is being presented has to be something that maybe for the youth a little bit more entertaining, but not to the point in which the heart feels an agitation. So cacophonous sounds that were designed to agitate, one being jazz, you don't know it's going up, it's going down, the melodies, the beats that are being used were not meant to bring a sense of tranquility but was designed for something else by shaitan. So then if you go back to classical music like Baroque and all these different classical sounds, they were not agitating the heart. They actually would give you a serenity. And then we talked about the frequencies. When this music and sounds, the sounds and these were like hamd and praise, the concept of music was like the rock sounds, all of these very hardcore sounds that are supposed to agitate the heart and aggravate your spiritual energy. That's music and that's not allowed. But hamd and praise was something of a tone that brought a tranquility to the heart, that you would listen to it and it would bring tears to your heart, a softness to your heart, a sense of angelic lights and angelic beings. And many of the words were based on heavenly realities for these different societies and nations. And then when it came towards Islam, then they put upon it the durood, the salawats and the teachings, the naat were all the teachings of the shaykhs, so that to bring that reality into the hearts of people and people would remember it by reciting. And as a result of the reciting they would remember the teachings. So the sounds that we put out, then we're trying to put out the sounds that are peaceful to the heart, melodious to the heart, and to keep a competition with the youth so the youth find it to be interesting and to take an ear to it. And once they like it, they come to it, they may move to even more powerful nasheeds that we have that are straight nasheeds. So alhamdulillah that you have to offer something to get people to come, to listen, to participate, and important in their language, that we are not about making Arabs. So there's nothing of an insult to Arabs, but this is a reality. Arab is Arab, alhamdulillah. We're not trying to make people one nation, we're trying to make people under the nation of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah with your tongue. What is your mother nation, your mother's tongue? Ummi the mother tongue for you, the Ummi tongue, so that it has a sense of understanding. Especially you think in English, then it's nice to hear it in English. And if you think in Spanish and you hear these in Spanish, so, oh this is beautiful, and more people will listen to it. So there's a hikmah and a wisdom, then they learn the Qur'an to pray and to read, alhamdulillah.
As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mawlana Shaykh.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With your permission we read this thank you note. Thank you so much for your lecture last night. We feel truly blessed and overwhelmed to learn that through the blessed hand of our beloved guide and Shaykh, we are being taught the adab of accompanying the hand of Sayyidina Muhammad and that his hand is present in our lives. May Allah grant you a long and healthy life. Jazakallah khairun Sayyidi.
Allah bless you, thank you. Alhamdulillah, Allah bless all of us to be under the hand of Sayyidina Muhammad. I think that's the immensely powerful reality, that everything we do is asking the Prophet to take our hand. That's the goal, that's why we come to the tariqah and take bayat, is that we took the hands of the guides, and that those guides in our heart and in our soul we believe them to be the representation of Prophet. If you accompany somebody and you find that they're not talking about Prophet, they're not bringing that manifestation, then remove your hand and find a Muhammadan representative. So that's not something you're bound to, like you put a super glue on your hand and you're locked in. You make intention to follow a Muhammadan representative, you enter and you say, the people are not talking about Muhammadun Rasulullah, you're in the wrong place. Lift your hand for the sake of Prophet and now move towards a Muhammadan representative. So in life everybody has to make choices, some good, some bad, some maybe even better, and that's a part of the learning process. So you accompany many people to see the fruits and the flavors of what they're teaching, and that's why the tariqah is teaching, is that this is about Muhammadun Rasulullah, how to love, how to have the nasheeds, how to have all of this importance. So then they are Muhammadiyun, you see the fragrance of their garden, inshaAllah.
Sayyidi, with your permission, inshaAllah, we recite the names of the Ashab Badr.
InshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al Mustafa, Basir Surat al Fatiha.